Hi and welcome to Dr. Mix. Today we will talk about how to balance your mix for the dance floor. What applies to normal mixes for the radio, for pop, for rock and other popular stars does not necessarily apply to the dance floor. What happens in the club stays in the club, but you have to make sure it kicks the club. Number 1. What's driving the song? This is an easy one. It's the rhythm. However, the rhythm is nothing without the vocals or without a hook, meaning that in a normal situation where you have a 4 on the dance floor, on its own the kick drum and even the snare drum and even the hi-hat will not mean as much if there isn't something that is swinging on top of it. You have to identify in your mix what is the correct balance between the meat of your song and the seasoning of your song. Number 2. Downbeat and backbeat relations. On your typical house track, you would have a 4 on the dance floor and a hi-hat. Now, these two elements must be in balance to one another. If the kick is too strong, then you only get this movement, but you won't get the other movement, so the rhythm doesn't roll. Same for the claps. The combination of kick drum, hi-hat and claps or snare is what drives the fundamental rhythm of the track. So when you mix, you got to make sure that the level of the kick drum, the level of the percussion and the level of the backbeat are in a balance where everything rolls as one rhythm. You cannot have one element too strong and the other elements too quiet. It's got to be a good balance. Number 3, choosing the BPM. BPM, or beats per minute, means how fast the tempo is. Dance music starts at around, shall we call it 115 BPM? That would be like a sort of disco kind of vibe. It can go up to 118, 119. When you are in 119, 120 territory, you are already talking about house music. If you keep going from, slow house music to kind of faster house music, around 126, we know that we are kind of pushing our human body to dance quite fast. And then you get techno and EDM, which starts pushing it to 128, 129, 130. After 131, 132, dance music starts becoming a little bit funny. But if you can manage with the subdivisions to find your own way, then go with that. As you approach 140, you are now in territory drum and bass, jungle, dubstep, and all that jazz. There are even faster tempos than that, and you can definitely experiment with your BPM as long as you make me dance. Number 4. Low end implications. A club is supposed to be nice, big, and have a big system that can hit you with those low frequencies. That is your cue. You should be paying attention to what you put down there in the low end. The one thing that's important is that your track has a pulse. Whatever that may be, whether it's provided by the bass or by the kick drum, you always have to make sure that in the club you've got some air moving. And that air comes from the low end. 80, 70, 60, 50, 40 hertz, that's the region that you're interested in. We discuss all of these points in our upcoming video course, How to Produce House Music. It's gonna be a bash. We will be discussing drum machines, structuring a house track, and mixing it for the dance floor. To register your interest, please subscribe to our mailing list with the link here below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Keep on making great music and see you later.